Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
Lady!
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
59. You're not ready.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight. Hey, Charlie. Let him breathe, defense.
Now a run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
Yeah, that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Here. 5'9", 5'9". Go.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. Here it comes.
Hey, orbit.
58's the mic. 58.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Game situation. Let's go.
And that'll set them back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Check Mike. Out. Watch out.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Here we go. Waiting.
I got you, pump. Watch the edge. Deuce. Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch twist. You go tight. You got tight right there. Watch twist.
Wins the handoff to Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. This looks like a free play for Stafford. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? You had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Mike 52.
Easy.
Cook following the penalty. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford eluding the pressure right. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Here we go.
Tighten up. Stay 50, stay 50. Stay 54. Get on.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check 31, check 31.
25, check 25, check 25.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Here comes the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, rip 5-2, hot here. 5.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he connects with Ertz. Shutting defenders at the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Hey, there it is.
Zach
Touchdown,
Ertz,
baby. Keep
his
it rolling.
4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All day.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Stafford on first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jannard Avery in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, I got motion. I got motion.
Hurry.
On the carry, it's Cook. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Oh, yeah.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Delta.
Baby, that's a baby shot. Hey, 4-1's mic. 4-1's mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check. Black, come on.
On play action, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by, and the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
41.
Topper!
Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Blitz 5-7.
41's got
Wentz now on 1st down.
Here I come.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
180.
A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go. Let's do it.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go ahead, baby. Go. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Check pass.
Throwing is Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Man, I got you.
Tyson.
41's the mic. Check 41.
Hey, Ford Tokyo. Hey, wahoo. Wait,
now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, 4 down.
Kill.
Mike 41. So we got man.
Hey, exit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's complete to Arthega Whiteside. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And now running right through it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Any day. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Sunday.
Here we go. 54's Mike.
Play action. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on second and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
54. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Here, shift.
You think you gonna get this?
Check the ramp.
On play action, Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Go. 180.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Bang, bang, bang. Bang.
Wentz now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down.
That's how we
Sacked
do it.
back at the 46. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gray 15. Gray 15.
It's coming. 41's a mic.
I'm coming.
Hey, Alpha. X3. 218. Chopper.
41's the mic.
What is that?
Now a play fake. Wentz.
I'm here all day.
He's going to air it out deep for Meth. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 57. 57. Move.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. He's got it to Matthews. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
You don't know no better.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
57's the mic.
Omaha, ready, move.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, and he finds Beasley complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He wasn't ready.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. From the 50, Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen...
And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Ready. Stand read.
Check Mike 54. Bram.
54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch the ship. Hey.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check pass.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Wentz going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10.
Hey, 4-1's Mike.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Come on, baby.
27 yards there, a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. The 20. Complete. Smith has it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Lee Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Let's go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense...
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey.
Now it's Stafford. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They go counter with Howard. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
61, matchbox lights. The great 57. Hey, Foxtrot.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
You must be drinking.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Skirts by at the 15. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Set! 280!
57 the mic. Watch the screen.
Hey, 70!
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will